I recently watched the new movie Monkey Man, so let's talk about it. So the film is about this guy who is an underground fighter that wears this monkey mask and gets beat up by popular fighters. At least he's making money for that. He then discovers to infiltrate this group, this corrupt, high organization type group, as he plans to get revenge on what happened to him as a kid. And this movie is pretty brutal. And what Dev Patel did with this film was amazing because he starred in it, he wrote it, he produced it, and he directed it. And just the stuff he did in this film was brutal because this film went through a lot of stuff. He actually broke his hand during the first action scene, and he couldn't get a cast on it to get it CGI'd off because they didn't have the budget, so he had to have a pin in his hand, which restricted him from doing a lot of stuff. And there was just a lot of production problems too, as they didn't really have the budget to do a lot of this big stuff. They had to shoot on iPhones at times. And then Netflix bought the rights for the film, but then they were like, oh no, this is going to pretty much offend some Indian people, so we cannot do this. So they backed out of it. And then Jordan Peele saw the film, and he thought it was great and that it needed to be released in theater, so he ended up producing it. So we almost did not get this film. And just what this film does was just amazing. From the brutal action scenes, and just the themes that it explored. From corruption, poverty, discrimination, and just much more. And one of the main things about this film that stood out is the culture. How it explored the Indian culture. I thought it just did that very well. And just the style of the film, from the action scenes, the cinematography, and just everything stood out. Like this scene alone that's based off the poster was awesome. And you can tell that there is some influence from the John Wick films. As there are times when watching it like with the action, it does kind of feel like part of the John Wick films. As there's just that techno dubstep music playing in the background at times. But yet this film stands out compared to it, as it pretty much stands on its own. Overall, this is a really good action thriller that dives into a lot of interesting themes that are important and that stands on its own within the action genre. What Dev Patel did with this film was just amazing. But have you seen Monkey Man? If so, what are your thoughts on it? Let me know in the comments below and follow me for more.